Alright, hello world, I'm back and we're going to do more WWDC sessions, and up next is Build Global Apps Localization by Example. So I'm going to be watching this session, and quick reminder again how this works, because this is a watch along video, and the way you can do this is basically you have to open the same session up on a different device, because I can't show the video, but I'll be counting down before I start playback, and I will not be pausing at any time, so I'll be watching through. And if you start at the same time, you should be basically hearing my reactions if I have any. I'm not going to talk very much unless there's really something to talk about. But after that, while doing that, I'm going to take notes so you can follow the notes. And after that, I'm going to go through my notes and quickly summarize what happened. If you want to skip the whole watch part, you can also go to the end of the video and just see the notes and how I walk through them. All right, so I want to get started, and I just downloaded the video. I'm just going to prepare everything here so we can together click the play button. So let me move it to the side here. Let me put it back. And this time I should also show the thumbnail, so you should be seeing the thumbnail of the video, so you can also see that I'm actually seeing the same content. And I think this is everything. So just as a reminder, if you're here on Twitch and you're not following me on YouTube yet, make sure to follow so we'll reach 100 subscribers. That would be great. And you of course can find all the videos there. I upload them there later on. All right, I think we can start. So let me count down. 3, 2, 1, and play. Ukraine colors. Thank you too. And that was Build Global Apps Localization by Example. All right. Yeah, let me fix my background. I can see there's some background issues again. All right, there we go. So, build global apps, localization by example. I would say in general, it was like a summary of things that were already there. It's not like completely new stuff, but they also highlighted some new things that are possible, especially with some new views in SwiftUI. So quickly going through these things, if you'd want to translate something from within code, you just call string localized and you provide the key here, and you should also provide a comment. And there is a new one that's called a string localized with a default value. I didn't quite understand, to be honest, how that works. So maybe let's quickly read that up. String localized default value. Because I really want to learn how this works. And I think we have it here. This is the NS variant of that. That should be the same. Where's default value? Okay, I can't see default value here. All right, how can I search for this? String localized default value comment. Why can't we find it? Also, let me turn on the music again while we are discussing these things. This is not the one I'm looking for. Okay, let me try here. String localized. Let's just search for that first. So we should have default value. Let's add that as well. Okay, I can't really find that. Let's look it up again in the session, maybe a little bit more clear. So in the session, they had the example here. All right, can I make this big? Okay, you should see this here now. And we have the default value here. Default value, which says archive in both cases. This is like, I would say, is this just basically setting the value for the default language that we have so you can automatically have the default language set? Is that what this does? Does it add it to the strings file or something? I can't imagine. Probably this is like a fallback value. So if you don't support a specific language, it just falls back to this. I don't really know what this does. They said it's new. I didn't quite get it though, what it does. Well, let's get to other stuff. Obviously, they say you should provide a comment for translators, so it's clear what this is about. And the three things you should make sure you add there is what the interface element is about, where this is shown, what context you are in, so also the context is clear to the translator, and what each variable is, in case you have variables. They also said when server sends like the supported languages, the server supports, if you want to choose basically from a list of languages which one you should get, you can just use this method, prefer localizations, and then from, and just provide the list of languages that the server supports, and the iPhone basically will give you the best fitting language for the current person. And they also said use string stick files if you have if you want to support pluralization, or use this automated grammar agreement, which supposedly was shown in last year. So this looks like some markdown to me. And with this specific thing here, number of hours, and an inflect true. I don't quite know about this, so maybe we could find that out. Automated grammar agreement, Swift. And there is an article about it, and there is even a WWDC session about it. What's new in Foundation? Okay, maybe that's not going to explain it well. Alright, so Markdown syntax support. And then we're looking for this. There we go. So we have something like this. The new feature, automatic grammar green, takes this responsibility and does all the transformations automatically. To apply it when loading a localizable string, we have to use a Markdown syntax extension for automatic grammar agreement. Yeah, as I said, this looked like Markdown. We start with the symbol, following with square brackets. Inside the brackets, we put a string that we want to inflect. To finish, we indicate that we want that portion of the text to be inflected between parentheses. Could be something like this is a number and then two strings. And possible replacement could be small, medium, espresso, cappuccino. I don't quite get this. So coffee size, localized string, medium, espresso. And then they're saying coffee count, coffee size. So medium is being set here. And coffee type, espresso is being set here. And then they're inflecting. So what's effectively written here is 5 medium coffees, for example. And it will automatically inflect that. 2 medium espressos, 2 espressos medianos. Wow, that's quite amazing. It's a huge improvement, although we still need to translate the text ourselves. We don't have to change the order of the parameters in our code, depending on the language that the user has configured. This is true. Furthermore, iOS 15 will come with a new setting option, term of address, which we can specify. So that's basically what that is. Really interesting. Learning my stuff from the last year also here. Then they went on that we should basically use formatters wherever possible, and there are really many formatters. If you just search for formatters, there's also this great session, Formatters Make Data Human Friendly. I watched that, I think this is from last year, or from the year before, and they go on like show all the different formats that are available, and there are really many. So you can basically format anything that you need to format, even lists of things. So if you want to list like you have like 5 names or 3 names, Harry, Hermione, and Ron, for example, and you want to list them with the correct commas in between, even that can be formatted. There's a list formatter for that. So not just numbers and units and things like that. Anything can be formatted. And obviously use measurement also. They didn't explicitly say it here, but they used it in the code here. As you can see, they are passing to this function. They're passing a measurement. And that's what you should be using also if you have some kind of physical measurements, because then you get all kinds of things for free. You can convert in between things, you can call format it, things like that, which is really great. Then they went on to explain what string stick is, that you should provide other first, provide any others needed per language. Other is always required, by the way. And Swift packages, there's already a few years, I think, the default localization that you should specify. And now new, you can export also from packages to translations. And they export as an XC log file, which I haven't used yet, but looks like this has some information about the location it was exported from. So when you import it back, that it gets added to the right place. If you call localizations from a Swift package, you should call this method, and in the bundle you should pass .module. Forgot to pass .module for bundle in packages. Then they went on layout and Swift UI. Yeah, basically said that the grid view now can take care of making sure that the width that's really needed is being used. That you should also make your layout different depending on some languages, and they said that view that fits, which is a new view also again in Swift UI, that it can take care of this for you. So you can use view that fits, and then you can have a horizontal configuration and stack configuration, and it will choose from those views the one that fits apparently. That's what it looks like. yeah, wrap up, it's not like English, format your values, localize useful package, and make your layout flexible. And that's build global apps localization by example. Alright, so this has been the first one we wanted to watch, and the next one we will watch is Meet Passkeys. And I'm just going to have a short break before I start with that. So if you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like this video right now, and otherwise thank you, and I'll be right back in a couple of minutes, and see you in the next one.